Hey everybody, it's Dr. Cara. Happy New Year. I am so excited for 2020 and I have a big vision for myself and my business and the planet for this year. I'm just really excited about all the possibilities and all of the things that are out there and all the things that are happening. I've been collaborating with so many really amazing people who are making a difference in the world, and it just brings such a peace to me to know that things are happening. There's good people out there doing good things, working really hard, and I get to work with some of them. So I'm really looking forward to more awesome things for animals and for people in 2020. And I want to connect with you today because this week I'm getting ready to offer my annual visioning class. And it may seem a stretch to some of you to have me be this animal communicator person who like every year does visioning, but visioning is such a part of who I am and how I live my life, and it's so powerful. I can't even imagine my life without it. And many of you who been around with me the last couple of years have seen that my dreams are really coming true in a very reliable, predictable kind of way, and I attribute that to the power of intention, the power of visioning, and keeping that inspiration and motivation so that I can be in action and to keep taking steps forwards towards my dream. My teachers at USM always said, spirit meets us at the point of our action. And sometimes it's hard to act. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed or uninspired or, very blasé or just, not motivated. And this is how I keep myself motivated, because I have those days too, of course. We all do. But we also have to have some systems in place to support us so that we don't get stuck there, because we're here to make a difference. We're here to live our lives and share our gifts. And it doesn't help anybody if we don't. So this is the tool that I use. And this is what I'm going to be teaching in my masterclass this week. So I wanted to give you a behind-the-scenes sneak peek into my visions and how they have played out for me in my life. And I tried to do it with my phone and going around my office, and the lighting was terrible and the angles were bad and it didn't work. So I just want to walk you through. I pulled a few of them off my wall, but so this is me in my office. This is where I sit every day. I'm looking at my computer, and off to my right, my left is, I have 5 dream drawings that are my visions for different times that I've done this exercise in the past, and I have one more over here. So I'm surrounded by my vision, and it's so inspiring and encouraging to have those drawings right there that I've done, that some of them have come true all the way, some of them have manifested part of the way, and I can see how the rest of it's going to happen. And it just keeps reminding me and bring me back home to the reminder that we are co-creators of our lives. And the more we get clear on what we want, the easier it is for the universe to give it to us. So I do these dream drawings every year. I didn't do one last year because I have one from a couple of years ago that I'm going to show you that continues to inspire me. And so I just keep kind of looking to that one. But I first did a dream drawing in 2008, I think it was, 2007, 2008. It's now 2020. So I've been using this tool for a long time. And anyways, I'm kind of rambling. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to show you. Here's the behind the scenes tour of my visioning. So this one, I went through the process that I'm going to share in my class this week. And when I created this drawing, it came to me in 2 parts. And the first part was I just saw this dolphin that I knew, Delphi, and I saw his face on a blank canvas with a lot of white space around it. And so I drew this. Hopefully you can see it without too much glare. So I drew this. That's Delphi. And after I drew that, I sat with it and I looked at it, and I just wasn't sure what came next. And this was in 2010. And so I was finishing up my first year of my master's degree in spiritual psychology. I was getting ready for my second year, where I knew I had to do a second year project. And I knew I wanted to write a book with messages from animals. And I wasn't talking to animals yet, and I wasn't writing books yet. And so this was a big, big stretch. And so that was the vision for me. And what came was this picture of Delphi. So I drew that, and then I looked at that picture, and then I saw all these words on that canvas. And so that is where hopefully you can see these words that are across the top there. So all these words came to me, and they were all in different angles and different fonts and all that kind of stuff. And so for me, the process was really recognizing that when I connect with the animals, the words will come to me, and trusting that. And that was quite a stretch at the time, because I had not finished my year of psychic training program yet. I had never communicated intuitively with an animal, and it felt like a big stretch, a huge leap to connect with animals and know that the words will come. And that was in late spring, and it wasn't until the fall, mid-fall that year, that I actually had my first conversation with an animal. So this picture really carried me through that time. That was really, really difficult time for me, because I wanted it so bad and it just wasn't happening. And so this dream drawing really helped me know that my vision was out there, and that I was being guided, and that I would be supported. And then that turned into this book. And so it just lights me up, you guys. It's just so freaking awesome that I can totally remember sitting in that chair and having this image come to my mind, drawing it on a piece of paper. I keep it on my wall, and it turned into a real book that is now for sale, and that lots of people have read, and it all happened. And so it started here with this. I'm going to kind of go back so maybe you can see it a little bit better. This is just another little drawing I did in a different exercise with somebody else. But that's my first dream drawing that I wanted to share with you. And that first book that I wrote, Divine Beings, came directly out of that vision. So really, my message here is, if you have something that you want to create in your life, get clear on it, create a vision of it, and watch how Spirit supports you to create that vision that's going to help you, and then know that it's unfolding for you. But have that drawing there to remind you and to tap into the energy of that. Okay, so I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm going to go to my next dream drawing. Happened spontaneously. I was actually leading the exercise for a group at a seminar, and I just saw this picture in my mind, and there's me in the middle, and I'm meditating, and there's all this energy swirling around me, and I had an animal and a book, an animal and a book, an animal and a book. And it just came to me like in those layers. First there was me and the energy, then I knew that there were animals around me, and then I added the book. And so what has happened from this is really giving me clarity about how I want my life to unfold, in terms of, I want to travel, I want to go connect with real animals living in the wild. I want to be moved and changed and transformed, and I want to share that with people in my writing and writing books. And so, oh, I grabbed the wrong book. And so for that one, this is the book that came out of that. It's the first book, and I will be writing more books, but it all happens as it does. So this is all about my journey to connect with Namphon, the Asian elephant, in Thailand several years ago, and what a huge, huge influence she was in my life, how she helped me save my husband's life and keep our family healthy and happy and whole and together. So huge impact came from that vision. That kind of gave me some inspiration for that. So those are two of my really important visioning drawings. And then the last one that I want to share with you is the one that I created a few years ago, again, kind of spontaneously. I set up my life so that I have this time and the container. But I don't always know when the inspiration is going to come to me. So this one is a little bit different. Let me show it to you. So it's kind of like it's me floating out in space, and I have this little basket of gold nuggets. And here's my arm, and it's just me sprinkling my basket of gold nuggets on planet Earth. And the words that came to me when I created this were share your gifts with the world. It's totally simple, totally clear. Share your gifts with the world. And this is the one that continues to really motivate and inspire me and remind me about who I am and what I'm up to and what I'm doing, because I'm just here to share my gifts. We're all here to share our gifts. And when we focus on sharing our gifts, everything else takes care of itself. So the more I get clear on who I am and what my gifts are and what people are receiving from me as a gift, the more everything just unfolds naturally and I'm in alignment and my life works. So this has now become my marketing plan. This has become my business plan. This is my soul plan. This is like the essence of who I am and what I'm up to. I just want to share my gifts with the earth. And it seems to be working out pretty well, because the more that I really expand into my visions and my dreams and what I want to do, what lights me up, the more everything else seems to work too. So I'm still learning a ton of lessons. Of course, I have all of that work to do on the inside as we grow and move forward on our goal line. We have to do the inner work on our soul line as well. So it's not like it's all just eating bonbons and kicking back and relaxing all the time. It's, I'm very busy and very active, but I'm also very fulfilled and very focused, very clear on who I am and what I do and what I'm up to in the world and how I want to make a difference. And these visioning drawings have really given me that in a very palpable, strong kind of way. Like they really just cut to the essence of who I am and remind me of it when I forget. So I wanted to give you guys that behind the scenes sneak peek. I wish I had the technology and the lighting to be able to show you how I have these strategically placed around me, but I do surround myself in the energy of these visioning drawings, because that's how I stay on track, and I keep motivated and inspired, and I check in. If I'm thinking about doing something new, these drawings are right here, and they tell me, am I on track or not? Am I in alignment with sharing my gifts when I do that, or am I doing it for another reason? Am I trying to get something or whatever? And so this just kind of shifts me back into that creative place. So I hope that's helpful to you, seeing the kind of behind the scenes inside sneak peek into my vision drawings and how I use them in my life, and how they've really been powerful motivators and powerful impact activities for me. And that's why I love doing this class every year, and why I love doing these drawings with my coaching clients. Because they really do make a big difference. And we, in the class, really set the scene to create sacred space and really get everybody focused and in that meditative, co-creative, right brain kind of place where you can be open to the guidance from your higher self or your guides or the universe that wants to come through, so that you can get the vision that is right for you, that's going to motivate you and inspire you and help you ground your dreams into reality so that they can manifest and come true. That's it. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope it's helpful, and I hope to see you in my visioning masterclass this week. I think it's going to be an awesome class. It always is. It's always surprising and fun. And there's always a few tears of truth, like, oh yeah, that's really what I want, that, and, you know, hitting people hard in the heart in a good way. And there's always laughs, and there's always a lot of camaraderie and inspiration. So I hope you'll join us. There's information and a link to register below, and it's happening this Wednesday. So I hope to see you there. And whatever you do, create your vision, co-create your life, be intentional, share your gifts, and remember to use your magic every day. I will see you guys next time. Bye.